Architects have a new song, Tear Gas. Let's check it out. And as always, I will be skipping around and pausing for copyright reasons, and believe me, I know from personal experience, Epitaph is particularly litigious. But with that said, let's get going here. Oh boy, we got some narrative going here. This looks like the set from Eskimo Callboy or Electric Callboy, I should call them now. Did they get a deal for double dipping? Obviously going. Oh, I was gonna say they're going for a more serious angle, and then this is the shot we get. All right, watching some pug videos. I'm down with that. I will say it's kind of nice to see them having a sense of humor. Their stuff has been so deadly serious for a while. I used to be a big fan of them, and I liked their serious side on albums like Lost Together, Lost Forever in particular. But the newer stuff, losing the guitarist was just such a loss, and so I can see why they've been in such a rough place for a while. But it's nice to see them delving into a little humor here. I also like this very like 2000s like sitcom music in the background. Oh no, meltdown imminent. Ooh. Simple groove. We'll see where this goes. Not overly impressed so far, but we're just getting started. I do like the kind of like subtle sort of like alarm sounding synth or electronic element in that background. A little like da da. I love the wigs. Yeah, pretty basic intro. We got Sam coming in with the vocals though. Okay, alright, it seems like we're going the same route that Spiritbox just did recently. Full-on sort of like electronic kind of music here. More of like a pop song. We'll see how it goes. That could go really well or really terribly. Not loving these vocals. I mean, I liked Courtney's vocals a lot on that other track that I reacted to, but so far, not the same effect. Okay, still bringing in the screams. I just don't know if I like the cadence of the vocals on this section, and the instrumentation is still very kind of basic. It is kind of fun that it reminds me a bit of like industrial rock from the late 90s, early 2000s, stuff like Filter. I definitely don't like that. That's just very kind of like generic. Every pop band on the radio sounds like that. That particular section. Yeah, this chorus too, it's still going back to I'm gonna copyright that phrase, y'all, Imagine Dragons core, because I was very proud of that, and that's still just what this feels like, and everything is possible. We could be unstoppable. I mean, good messages, yes, but lyrically, that is just so uninteresting to hear that particular combination of words. I will say that it's very kind of Rammstein, but we've got this like clash here, and again, I'll say this a million times, I love when bands can really creatively mash together really opposing genres and make it work. Things like Zeal and Ardor, etc., but this is just not that. It just feels like a really hard clash between just sort of generic industrial rock and just bad pop music. Just not feeling it. Yeah, and then this long, like, section of just this same riff, nothing special going on, no vocals, like, it's such an odd choice. These guys used to be so great at their songwriting, honestly. Like, I can't say enough good things about sort of their, like, mid-late career, but since then, they have just, in my opinion, fallen off hard. Of course, as always, if you enjoy the newer stuff, great, good for you. I don't think you're wrong. It's just personally feels like a big drop-off. This could be interesting, but they've chosen like the most generic version of every genre that they're pulling from here. It's I don't know what to say. Like I can already tell I'm going to be editing out pretty big chunks of this because it's just not even interesting to talk about most of these sections. I'm like waiting for something to happen. Drumming's decent. I'll give it that. I guess that's a positive. And then back into the same old chorus. And the fact that even the chorus is boring is a problem. It's a big problem. Say what you will about that Spiritbox track. Let me know in the comments too. Like if you listen to both this and that last Spiritbox big single for their EP, which one do you think is better? Because I clearly, like overwhelmingly, resoundingly say the Spiritbox single was actually fun. Like I enjoy that. I go back and re-listen to it. This is just a whole lot of nothing. And the video's weird too, because you've got these like funny sections, which is fun, like I said, but then you've got the like super serious like band just playing in a warehouse or in like a subway station shots that just don't go together. Oh, that line is just so freaking corny. Why? Alright, we're gonna get something different happening here finally, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We better get something for this final section of the song. Oh god, putting on the echoey layered vocals. That's such a pop trope now too. Again, very just Imagine Dragons. That's it? That's your big transition? What happened to you guys? I mean, again, I don't want to be unfair and uncharitable because something very big did happen to these guys. I don't want to take away from that, but I've seen that happen to a number of other bands, and they're not in the same place. So, I don't know. My respects to the band. I know what it's like to lose a major player and a family member, but that should not shield a band from criticism of their music either, in my opinion. Ugh, what a boring outro section, or whatever this is. It's this bridge, I don't know. It's like that's like the most interesting part of the song. It's like a and even that I've heard like 10 billion times before. We get another transition here. What you got, Sam? No, just back into the chorus. I'm probably just gonna let it play at this point and then just edit it out later because there's nothing to talk about here. We could be unstoppable. Oh, they left the key card. What a twist. What a twist. So yeah, that was Architects with Tear Gas, and as you can clearly tell, I am severely not impressed with this. I can't even say I'm disappointed, because again, I did not enjoy the last two albums that much. There are elements of them that I found interesting, especially some of the symphonic stuff on the last one, but yeah, by and large, like, I just feel like their big peak moment in terms of what I liked from their songwriting is pretty much over, and that's fine. It happens, you know? It happens with plenty of bands like Opeth. They decide to become just like a full-on progressive band in the vein of stuff like Genesis and you know, more 70s style stuff, and that's fine too. It's just not really for me. But turning to my scales here, this is a particularly bad one. So enjoyability, I give this one like a 5. Like, it's even below average. Like, it's not even just that like I can stomach it like some of the other stuff that I've reacted to recently. It's more so like I I kind of hate it. Like, it's not the worst thing ever, but I still kind of hate it. Like, it's just miserable for me to listen to this, and I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad I never have to listen to it again. Hopefully, I will probably do an album review. Maybe there will be better tracks. In terms of musicianship, that's also it's like a 6. It's below average. Like, they are capable of so much more. These are talented musicians across the board, and they've proven it time and time again on their albums that they can play great on their instruments. And I'm fine with also like simplifying the songwriting for more of like a pop song, again, kind of like that Spiritbox track. Keep bringing it back to that. But this is just like simple and dull and just uninteresting. Like, it's nothing. I'm going to forget about all this while I'm editing the video, I'm sure. So really low on that front. And then on the same note, Innovation also below average, I would say. It's like a 6. It's like a step backwards overall. So yeah, we're looking what, like 5.66 is that what I gave it? So we're at a D. This is not good. Again, as always, if you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments why. I'm not unfair. Like, this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to say that objectively this is a terrible song, but to me, it's one of the worst songs I've heard this year, personally. So yeah, you can also check out my Architects tier list if you want to hear my thoughts on all of the Architects albums on my main channel. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off, and I will see you in the trenches.